Guys, before we begin today's episode, I'd just like to say, as you will see in the episode, I am severely under the weather, to the point which I probably should not have filmed anything this week, but I wanted to get you guys an episode, and I wanted to give you guys something. Is this the greatest episode of Colin from Canada's Good Junk? No way, Jose Estrada. But, no, it probably is the worst, but I wanted to give you guys something. So, upon watching this, please keep in mind that I am severely under the weather and really just trying to give you guys something. I hope what I have given you is at least somewhat enjoyable. So please, from all of us here at Colin from Canada's Good Junk, Lester and myself, please enjoy. Lester, if last week's episode was titled The Jordan Flu Game, this is the Walking Dead game. I blame you for everything, Lester, so I'll blame you for this. I think you gave me the flu, my man. Can you see the beads of sweat? Oh yeah, buddy. Last week was, this week is gonna be even worse, but I trekked through because it's all for you, folks. It's Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 9. Roll the opening, Lester.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is me, Colin from Canada. Break it down for me, fellas. It's episode 9. I'm in the midst and throes of the flu. 2 days ago, I was worse. I still have the residuals, but I'm gonna push through, you guys. The pen is on the wall. We're not clicking it. The poster is up there. It's Kurt Cobain again. I hate myself and I want to die. That's what he wanted to name In Utero before the studio talked him out of it. Welcome. I'm in dire straits, but let's go. I have blown my nose so much that I could wallpaper all of your washrooms with the mucus that's come out of my nostrils. I feel like poo-poo, but the comedy, I hope, will shine through. The beads of sweat, this will help, I know. No, it won't. It's cold though. It's cold though. Let me wipe the sweat so it's not so dramatic here, folks. Okay. Is that normal, Colin, again? How's my eye? I'll probably put the photo up. I coughed so much, I gave myself a black eye this week. Beauty. I think we'll throw up the photo. Anyways, Lester's here, I'm here, somewhat. We're gonna try to produce an entire show in one day, in one afternoon, in 2 hours, when usually it takes 2 days. Let's give it a go, and let's start the show.
Now, Darren, you're a family man, is that correct?
That is correct, Alec. I've got 2 wonderful parents. I have a mother and a father, and I have another brother whose name is Darren.
Much like I spoke on last week, we're gonna add more to the VHS of the week instead of, pulsating headache. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hoping my pain adds, again, to the ambiance of the episode, but I have a pulsating headache right now. Pushing forward. Like I mentioned last week, VHS of the week will now be several VHS, a 5 spot, because I have so many. So instead of 1, we're gonna do 5. Are you ready? Because I am. Not really. VHS of the week, 5 selections from the pile. Let's get it started. Summer Camp Nightmare. They were a group of innocent kids manipulated by a power-hungry rebel. Violence erupts in a summer camp when a group of boys overthrow the system. Chuck Connors, the camp director, has completely lost touch with the attitudes and interests of youth, enforcing unreasonable restrictions on the campers. Resentment against Connors builds to a climax, and the takeover begins. Their revolution brings the maniacal leadership of one boy to a point of madness, and a harmless prank suddenly changes into a nightmare of terror and anarchy. Summer Camp Nightmare is an outstanding film about youth rebellion that follows in the footsteps of such greats as Taps and Lord of the Flies. Forgive me, I was nailing the reading until the end there. That's from 1987, goes for 91 minutes. Bill Murray, quick change, underrated Bill Murray comedy. Also stars Randy Quaid. Have you been keeping up on what Randy Quaid's up to? Yeah, look into it, folks. Basically, for those who haven't seen it, Bill Murray decides to rob a bank, and the whole movie is him trying to get away with it. And for those who haven't seen it, it's brilliant. Troma's War, of course, from Lloyd Kaufman and the guys at Troma. Those fringe-dwelling crazies who brought you The Toxic Avenger and The Class of Nukem High are at it again, this time declaring war against the terrorists in a maniacal again. I think there was maniacal in Summer Camp Nightmare. Maniacal battle spree that'll knock your socks off. On a lonely Caribbean island, air crash survivors emerge from a tangle of severed limbs and dumb jokes to confront some real trouble. A creepy cadre of terrorists who control the island. These gorillas are so ticked off when company drops in unannounced, they unleash a splatter-tat-tat of machine gun fire and give sleazoid horror action comedy cultists all the gruesome they grovel for. Looking for a good time? Then give your brain a rest for 90 freak-out minutes with Troma's War. 1988. Richard Simmons is stretching to the classics. Roses are red, violets are blue. Here is a stretch tape I made just for you. Thank you, Richard. There's classical music you have loved and heard, and to your surprise, I don't utter a word. From the tips of your fingers to those 10 little toes, I'll get rid of your aches, your pain, and your woes. Richard, I need you right now, buddy. I need you right now. Okay. And finally, how to start your home soaking prayer center video. This is, you have to buy this when you see it. On this video, John and Carol Arnott teach you how to start and operate your own soaking prayer center. The Catch the Fire Soaking Prayer Center manual included in your kit should be used while watching this video. Okay, we're gonna wing it, guys. You will learn what soaking prayer is and where it is found in the Bible. You will hear from people who have been radically transformed through soaking in the presence of God. You will find out how to soak others in a church, home, or office setting. Is Carol back from lunch yet? Could you meet her in the coffee room? We got to soak her. John and Carol answer many questions that have been asked by others who have already started their center. You will know the answers to these questions. What do you mean by soaking? Why do I want to? How do I know how I need to soak? Oh, sorry. I'm really sailing here, guys. I'm sorry. Let's start that again. You will know the answers to these questions. What do you mean by soaking? Why would I want to? How do I know I need to soak? Can I trust it is the Holy Spirit working? How long do I stay down for? How will I know when God is finished? And much, much more. At the conclusion of the video, John and Carol pray for you to receive an impartation to pray for others in your official Catch the Fire Soaking Prayer Center. Let's finish strong, and I think we did. Folks, that was 5 VHSs from my collection of the week.
Have a family of your own?
I don't follow you.
Do you have a wife? Do you have children? Do you have a family of your own?
Oh,
your own
that,
family?
Sure I do. I have a wonderful wife and 2 boys named Frank.
Lester, the creative drive is in neutral, and we have to get it into drive. Lester, you have to motivate me. You have to push me to find my apex of humor when introducing all of these segments. And all I can think of is, what on earth is your wife going to say this week?
who in their right mind ever thought it was okay to put a concrete company 50 feet from a family home, a residential home? How many meetings did you have with that family? Not a damn one.
I'm sure I've made it abundantly clear in this video so far that I am sick. I believe it began at the end of filming last week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday when I filmed episode 8. I really started to feel it. And then by Sunday, I was just, my entire face, like sinus infection. I don't think I've had one this severe ever. And it really took its toll. Needless to say, I didn't exactly go thrift store shopping. I did get some stuff, but not the usual haul. And we are going to throw to that now. Let's take a look at the minuscule amount of things I bought while having the flu. It's time for thrift store pickups. Thrift store pickups. Let's get to it. CDs, Bobby McFerrin and Chick Corea, The Mozart Sessions. Earth, Wind and Fire, Greatest Hits. The sound, not the sounds, the sound of the 70s. I always like to pick up these compilations because you know if there's 16 tracks on here, you know 13 of them, but there's always a couple that you're like, oh, I remember that one. So those are the CDs. One Blu-ray, Delta Force, Chuck Norris. I know a few episodes ago I got the DVD. That's the Blu-ray. Again, that's what we're always trying to reach. We're trying to get the best quality of the movie. So now I technically really don't need the DVD. And then, as I mentioned, it goes down to the VHS. So you know what I'm saying. That makes sense. That makes sense. Heathcliff Feast. You know Heathcliff. We covered him already. Heathcliff, but a bigger one. VHS. We got some beauties, guys. Belly Dancing 1 and Belly Dancing 2, Beginner Instruction and Intermediate Instruction with Mara. Okay, I'll read you the beginner. Welcome to the world of belly dancing. This style of dance has been practiced for centuries and is influenced by many cultures. This video is designed for both the novice and those who want a refresher. It is also a great teaching tool to help improve teaching skills. Mara presents 12 basic belly dancing moves divided into 3 sections. Each section is followed by a dance segment where you are shown how to set the moves to music. We hope this video will be the first step in a lifelong love of belly dancing. And again, no production was spared here. Anyways, that is Belly Dancing 1 and 2 with Mara. Basic bow making. That's right. With Lee Layton, I can pronounce her name. As easy as 1, 2, 3, bows are everywhere, decorating your home, wall decor projects, floral centerpieces, sprucing up a straw hat, adorning a pretty plant, and decorating your beautifully wrapped gifts. Lee Layton, with over 20 years of bow making experience, takes you step by step through all the basic instructions. Ribbon sizes and measurements are displayed on the screen to make your bow making easy. And you in this video, oh, my whole face, bro. Learn how to create basic bows, pew bows, knotless bows, layered bows, twisted paper ribbon bows. For all your bows. Grand Canyon, A Journey into Discovery, narrated by Telly Savalas. You know Telly Savalas, of course you do. He's Kojak. Who loves you, baby? That's as they say in the VHS, that's a clamshell. And then the last VHS of the week, Snowplows on Patrol. We got to. Snow, snow, snow. It takes a lot of equipment to make the roads, airports, and train yards safe to use. See plows, front-end loaders, snow blowers, dump trucks, and graders of all sizes hard at work. Excuse me. Experience a blizzard at an airport, a snowed-in train yard, and a baseball stadium full of snow. Visit the snow dump and see mountains of snow collected from the roads and parking lots. See ice on a river being blown up with explosives to prevent flooding. Kids of all ages will enjoy I'm trying to read over the sticker here. My apologies, guys. There we go. Kids of all ages will love to watch the heavy equipment in action and learn a few safety tips at the same time. Snowplows on patrol. I'm trying, guys. Finally, one board game. It's Casino Yahtzee. I know I mentioned before that I thought I had all the Yahtzees, but I do not have Casino Yahtzee. Casino Yahtzee. I filmed 2 segments. Folks, this has been Thrift Store Pickups of the Week. I hope you enjoyed.
Now, Blanche, you're a secretary, is that right?
That's correct, Alex. I work for Mr. Hargrove.
I see. And what line of work is your employer in?
He's the boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for hard-hitting news of the week. And much like we talked about last week, a newsman has to be quick on his toes, to be able to vamp, as they say in the industry, to improv on the fly. And I believe that's what this newsman is trying to do, but I believe he's failing miserably. Please enjoy.
Murphy says he has no scheduled appointment now for surgery and doesn't know when it will be. He says his surgeon, Dr. David Amiro, will do whatever he can to speed it up, but there is no date. And McClellan, Jim's wife, Janet, says that she does not realize, or that hospital officials do not realize, just how disruptive it is to people's lives, that she's had to take time off from work, and so has her husband. They booked 4 months for his, so that he would get better. That period of, lost for words here, but the period of recuperation. Kayla?
It's a difficult situation. Thanks, Rick.
We have covered many aspects of my father, John Riddell, legend. I'm not even going to list them because we already know, but he loves a camera. He loves to take a photo. And I'll do a quick story in the intro. He went on a fishing trip years ago, and in the distance were birds of prey on the tree, perhaps an eagle. I believe it was an eagle. And he took several shots of this eagle. And when he developed the photos, let's just say he was a little far away from the eagle to see the eagle. So he loves the camera. And I think this photo lets you know just how much he loves the camera. This is John Riddell, legend. Even the idea of introducing my favorite segment here at the show brings no joy to me, as my face just hurts. Guys, let's go through my camera roll. You and I together. Photo number 1. When it's the Christmas season and you're out at the mall, there's always decorations to take your picture near. This one, of course, says joy, and as the day goes on, I am usually not very joyous because everything annoys me. Everything. So my girlfriend said, "Hey, saddle up to that little beauty and show me how joyous you can be, and it'll be a hell of a picture." And I believe it is. Photo number 2, we were in the Dominican on a booze cruise, and the photo doesn't do it justice, but this gentleman looked exactly like Charles Barkley. And a lot of people are speaking Spanish most people are speaking Spanish. And I only know my girlfriend and the couple that we went on the trip with. So, but you're on the boat with the same people, and I'm thinking, I got to talk to this guy. I got to somehow get a photo of him, and I'm trying to walk by him and have my girlfriend take the picture, and it's not working. And I decide to just go up to the guy, and I don't go with, can I take a picture of you because I think you look exactly like Charles Barkley. I first have to say, I asked him in Spanish, do you speak English? And I've forgotten how the hell to say that. Anyways, and he spoke English, and I said, hey man, you look exactly like somebody I work with. Can I get a photo with you? So that's how we got that photo. And again, not the best to let you know that he looked like Barkley. He did, trust me, but Charles Barkley was on my booze cruise. Photo number 3 is when I met Mick Foley. I've met one other wrestler, King Kong Bundy. Mick Foley was the best. I mentioned this on the New 80s Revolution, starring Jason Nutt, my tag team partner, one half of the MCAN connection. Although sick, you still got to recognize the single greatest tag team walking the earth today, my friends, the MCAN connection. Mick Foley. I waited to be last because I felt, well, if you're last, he might, take some time or whatever. But I knew I wouldn't be able to fully, excuse me. I knew I wouldn't be able to fully express everything you want to say to someone who's maybe your hero. Not hero, but someone you really look up to and you idolize. So I wrote him a letter, and needless to say, he wrote me back. And I thought he would, and my girlfriend thought I was foolish, but he did write me back. And perhaps one day I will read the letter on the channel, because it would make a good segment. Okay. Photo number 4 was at a flea market, and I saw this beauty. Obviously, there was a day where they were going to take photos of all the food that they make at the flea market. Here's the hot dog we make. Here's the burger we make. Here's the pizza we make. And take a photo of it to put on the wall to advertise all the lovely, delicious-looking foods that you can order from this stall at this flea market. And this is the photo they came up with for the pizza. Dare I say take 2? Possibly 3? I don't know. It just, when you see something and you're like, that's what they went with? Yeah. Photo number 5. You guys have a public phone I could use? Okay, good. Thank you. I got the ringing in the ears, and it's when I talk, my cheeks are bouncing. Tell me more about how sick you are, Colin, because you haven't said it 82,000 times already. Folks, that was Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. I hope you enjoyed.
Blanche, you're telling us that you're single, is that right?
That's correct, Alex. I'm unattached.
Well, good to have you here, Blanche, and good luck to you tonight.
Thank you, Alex.
Lester, I have to say, I am enjoying Ray to no end, my friend. As the clips continue, it's like the old Flash Gordon serial from the 40s where it's little clips, and you can't wait for next week. Things are getting very, very tumultuous at the town hall meeting, and I can't wait to see what he's up to this week. Shall we take a look?
Now, this is the second time.
Well, I'm gonna file a lawsuit.
Go ahead, file all the lawsuits you want.
And I want him to arrest me. Let me see if him arrest me.
You need to respect everyone else.
Oh, I want to see him arrest me.
They need a turn.
I want to see him arrest me on TV. I want to see him arrest me. No, I want to see him arrest me. I want to see him arrest me. You gonna have me arrested, Mrs. Catelli?
I told you to get away from the podium. Your time is up.
I want to see you arrest me on TV.
Turn the cameras off. Raymond, please, come on. No, tell them to turn the cameras off. You're not going to have these on tape.
And then I will file a lawsuit with the city of Scranton, a violation of my civil rights.
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Lester. For the first time in the category of Deep Cut Deep Dive, we are taking a look at the category of music. This is where you roll the bumper now, Lester. Please. I'm sick. I'm sick, please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's Deep Cut Deep Dive here on Colin from Canada's Good Junk, where for the first time, as mentioned before, we delve into the world of music. Now, as we know, everyone has their own taste in music, and it varies between everybody. So I'm going to try to let you guys know of someone that I think all of you will love, and not one of you will say, what's he going on about there? It's Nick Drake. For those who, this is, when I say for those of you who know, you know, what I mean is there is no greater example of if you know, than Nick Drake. Because if you know Nick Drake, you love Nick Drake. And you get it, and you know it, and it is extraordinary. So, if you know, you know. So, this is going to be drivel, but if you don't know, follow along. Folk artist from England, released 3 albums. 5 Leaves Left in 1969, Brighter Later in 1971, and the seminal Pink Moon in 1972. Did not see fame while alive. He died, 2 years after his final album was released. Never saw fame, but should have. Acoustic guitar. The first 2 albums were accompanied by strings, violins, but the final album was just him, acoustic guitar, and it's unbelievable. I once described it to a teacher. I had a class reunion of kids from my elementary school, and one of the teachers was there, and I asked him if he had heard of Nick Drake, and he hadn't. And the best way to describe him is, if you listen closely, he's talking to you. That's the best way I can put it. Any album is great. Pink Moon is obviously my favorite, but take a listen to any of them. They are absolutely, there's not a bad track on any of them. The instrumentation is unreal. The playing is unreal. A unique picking style. The lyrics, my God, the lyrics. I'm a bit of a writer. I don't know if I've ever made that clear. No, I haven't here, but the lyrics are unbelievable. But I think we look for music to talk to us. We look to relate to it. And I think certain songs by Nick Drake, like I said, if you listen carefully, he's talking to you. So, again, I am sick. This episode is, I'm doing my best, guys, but really, I'm not into streaming, but I'm sure he's on all these streaming platforms. Nick Drake, spelt exactly how it should, Nickdrake. I've put up the albums there. Maybe start with Pink Moon. Start with Pink Moon and then work your way back, but it's only 3 albums, and it is amazing. That's this week's Deep Cut Deep Dive.
Now, Blanche, you're a secretary, is that right?
That's correct, Alex. I work for Mr. Hargrove.
I see. And what line of work is your employer in?
He's the boss.
Lester, I knew this moment would come when, during filming, like we are right now, I don't have a segment ready. So what do you say in the intro? Well, okay, it's the clip of the week, and I don't have the clip yet. I know, I'm trying not to I might have to start using internet clips, but I gotta go deep. You know that. Yes, no. Lester, I'm sure I know that you have other family members that want to be on the show. And perhaps down the line, maybe. But I need a clip of the week, and I need one right now, my friend.
What's the price of that watch? $395. $395? No, you changed your mind? All right. $2,500. $2,500? What do you say, Clint? $350. $350. Clint says $350. Is he right? All right. The mountain climber is going to move one step for every dollar you missed the prize. That's right, Diane. I'm going to sit down, too. Just going to take some time. Sit down here, Clint. Just sit here with me and relax, because we'll know when it happens. We'll hear it. It's going to take a little time, but he's still singing, so he's still all right. The audience singing along now. There he goes. Now you said $350. The price of the watch was what? $25.
I must say that I am enjoying the wrestling aspect of this segment that it brings to the show. Colin from Canada's Good Junk, of course. Gorilla Monsoon, quote of the week. Let's see what Gorilla has to say this week. Right in the kisser.
Now, Arthur, you were telling us that you are in medical research. Would you care to tell us a little about that?
I lied.
I'm sorry?
I lied.
Folks, as you know, we crowned a new champion last week. The Rod Serling framed picture and authenticated autograph took the strap from Delta Force Pizza Hut. In their first title defense this week, let's see how they did, as my ears ring meticulously. As of right now, which is Thursday, 2:35 p.m., April 3rd, Rod Serling framed photo and authenticated autograph have a slim lead against the Arnold Horshack Mattel doll. They lead 6 votes to 3. And again, only 9 votes, but as of right now, Rod Serling is winning. Let's roll the bumper and let's see what item takes on our champion this week on Show and Tell. It is time to announce this week's challenger to either Arnold Horshack or Rod Serling. We don't know yet. It looks like Rod Serling. It is, of course, the Coleco Couch Potato, still in box, as they say in the toy game. That's right. Little dusty, but he is still in box. This came out in 1987, and this was purchased by one Colin from Canada when he worked at the Goodwill thrift store. What more can you say? You guys know what it is. I'll hold it here. Does this have enough? It won't. I know it won't, but you never know. Does this have enough to take down either Arnold Horshack Mattel doll or the Rod Serling framed photo and authenticated autograph? I think it could probably take down Arnold Horshack. I don't think it could take down Rod Serling, but we will in fact see, folks. As I hold this here, trying not to cough, we will see. Couch potato, plant one next to your sweet potato, or plant one next to a mashed potato, or plant one next to some home-style potatoes. Someone was paid to write that on the back of that box. Folks, you know what to do. You go to posts and you look for the poll and you make your vote count. Do you want to see that become the new champion, or do you want a new title reign to continue for Rod Serling if he does in fact beat Arnold Horshack Mattel Doll? It's up to you guys. As you know, vote now.
Now, Lawrence, you were telling us you're still in school.
Righto, Alex.
Postgraduate work?
No, high school.
Lester, I'm not gonna lie, I really plowed through the filming today. This is the quickest I have ever filmed an episode, and the bloopers will be few and far between. But, as you know, I love to show the bloopers, whether it be a minute of them or whatever this will be. This is me saying roll the bloopers. Flu game. The washrooms in all of your homes. Not that you own a lot of homes. There's something, I'm trying to make something out of literally a pile of shit. And it's time for this head to stop pounding. I figured we would start with one of my favorites. Folks, after a stunning upset last week in the show and tell portion of the show, bear with me.
I'm having some degree of difficulty getting through high school.
I see. Well, good
But
to have
I'll
you here.
do it.
I'm sure you will, Lawrence, and
Because I have certain goals in life I feel compelled to complete.
If you think that I need to be dramatic every week at this point in the show, you would be correct. Does the fact that my face and head are pounding, I can breathe through one nostril, every time I hit record I try not to start it with a cough, does that help in the dramatic tone that I'm going for? Yes. It's becoming repetitive. It's becoming a concern, both to Lester and myself. Is it us or is it them? That is the question that Lester and I both have been asking ourselves. Is it us or is it them? Ho ho, my friends, it ain't us. It ain't us. The talent, the humor, the hairline, it's here. Is the talent there? Apparently not. Scott Hoy fell by the wayside like all the others have. Who is still here? Colin from Canada and Lester and the whole gang. And what are we doing? Pushing forward. Yes, that's right. I dare not blow my nose on camera. I will not. Not even for dramatic effect. I will not. I have decided to throw my hat back in the arena of food and beverage. When I first laid eyes upon this particular restaurant, not only was I blown away by the appearance of the food, the appearance of the employees, the appearance of the actual restaurant. The entire appearance of everything really took me to a place that words cannot describe. And when I viewed this commercial, and I realized that the attention to detail was one that was not ballied about. It was really focused on. And I want you to see if you can pick up that attention to detail as well. I won't say it, but let's see if you can pick up on it. Folks, it's this week's sponsor.
oven, huh? Hey, let's check that out. That looks good to me. You ever had India food? No, man, looks good. All right, let's check it out.
May I help you?
I'll take some of the vegetable samosa. Samosa? Yeah. And I'll check out the chicken tandoori. Oh, yeah, is that good? Wow. This is awesome, man. Never had India food before. This stuff's good. Oh, yeah. You folks got to check this place out. It's at the Newgate Mall in Ogden, Utah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe I ended last week's episode with, I have finally dragged this dead horse across the finish line. And I was feeling better in that episode than I am in this episode. So what do you say at the end of this episode? Other than thank you. I know this episode was not one of my finest. I realize I'm only guessing how long this is. It's probably fairly short, but it's something. Next week, I'm coming with the thunder, you guys, okay? Next week is episode 10. We're entering double digits. Dare I say it's our 10th anniversary? You're goddamn right I will. Next week is our 10th anniversary. My voice is getting a little hoarse as I announce this, but I will come with the thunder next week. No matter how much my head is pounding right now, it's promo time, guys. This episode was SHIT, and I know it. But next week, Lester and I, Ray and Cheryl and John Riddell, the living legend, are coming with the thunder for the 10th anniversary episode of Colin from Canada's Good Junk. I hope you'll join us. I hope this has been adequate. It hasn't. Join us next week. I love all of you, and I hope you love me. Oh, come on. Do you see? Folks, the pepperettes are a firm $12. You know it, I know it, the world knows it. There is no haggling. Die Paperets seien steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.